Hello everybody, Thorgal here with a brand new series on space engineers. You guys probably wondering, why are you starting another space series? Because I really want to give this game a try. I checked my Steam purchase history a couple minutes ago. I have owned this game since April 2014. Over 2 years. And I have barely played it, guys. When I started yesterday, I had 9 hours of game time on. And I always had a problem getting started. But a lot of things have changed in Space Engineers. And my recent space game enthusiasm with Empyrean, was really rekindled because I used to play a lot of space games, okay? One of my favorite series of all time is the X series. It was a single-player game where you did a lot of trading, fighting, space station building, and a lot of automation with mods. But Space Engineers is a sandbox game, okay? I don't want to compare this to Empyrean because to me they are, similar games. Yes, you fly spaceships and you build stuff and you mine, but Empyrean is really more of an exploration adventure type space game, while Space Engineers is a sandbox game, okay, where you build a lot more. It's more complex. It's a much bigger game than Empyrean, and I just really want to give it a go, guys. So yesterday I played for a couple hours, and I really sat down and tried to learn this game, and I think that I am ready to show you guys the beginnings, and then the rest we'll learn together. So let's make a world. We're gonna make a custom world. And I like this one right here. Right here. The crashed red ship. Okay, there's a bunch of different ones. Up here, there's planets now in Space Engineers and so on. So you can start with a whole base on 3 different planets or even the moon. You can just... What is this one here? You start... Empire Star System, I don't know. Habitable planet. Easy Start 1 where you get a bunch of ships, Easy Start 2 a bunch of ships. Lone Survivor is probably the hardest one I found to start out with. You don't have a lot. It's really tough to get going. But this crashed red ship I think is also one of the oldest ones possible. And that's what we're gonna start with. So we're gonna call this YouTube LP. Here, a YouTube Let's Play series. Don't need anything. Change it to survival. It's gonna be private, so nobody can join me here. Environment hostility. The frequency, intensity of meteor showers. Safe, normal, cataclysmic. I'm gonna leave it on normal. Autosave. Mods, guys. We're not adding any mods right now. We are gonna use a lot of mods in this series, but I want to start out with just the basics of the game, and then we'll add mods as we go. Okay? Advanced here, I haven't found anything really. We're gonna make another big change here in just a little bit that has to do with inventory size. Inventory capacity is 10 times larger. We're actually gonna up this here slightly in the config file because I want to make YouTube videos. And I don't want to spend a lot of time having to get components out of boxes over and over. Alright, so I just looked through all the other things here. I leave everything here in default. I'm not sure if we need to change anything or not, but we'll just leave this here. And then under world generation, I'd like to change this here to normal density. Okay, so we hopefully don't have to look too far for resources and so on. Flora density, I'm gonna leave it medium and okay. And here we go. So let's make our game. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to all the automation. Like when you make a ship factory and so on. I even found you can make ship recyclers where you can dump old ships into it and it takes it apart for you, so you don't need to do that and stuff. There's amazing builds out there I have found from people that fighting with drones and all kinds of stuff. So that's how it goes. Okay. It's different every time, it seems. Because when I started it initially, it just was stuck in the asteroid right here, right? We got this asteroid going on, and this is the ship that we just crashed in. So we got a bunch of items that, we can harvest from here and then start our new own station. So before we do anything, guys, I press the letter G. okay, to open this toolbar config. And I am unclicking all this gobbledygook here. And then what I like to do is just use the welder on 1, I'm using the grinder on 2, I'm using the drill on 3, and I'm using the automatic rifle on 4. I'm right-clicking them, and then it puts it into the next available open slot. Or you can also drag them down here if you want, wherever you want them, okay? And right-click undoes it. It unsets it again. So let's put this here. And that is good enough. And now, what I'm going to do, guys, is actually... I'm going to exit to the main menu. And I'm going to say yes. And now I'm going to talk you guys through it here, so you can follow along if you want to go. I just opened my Windows File Explorer, and I'm typing in the address bar on top, %appdata%, and then I'm pressing enter. And that puts you in a secret folder, okay? Also where vanilla Minecraft is and so on. And there now we're going to look for a folder called Space Engineers. And then we're going to go into saves. And then you got a long number. That is your Steam ID or something like that. You go into that, and then you're going to find your save folder there. Mine is called YouTube LP. I'm opening that. And then I open the sandbox.sbc. And you can just right-click it and say open with. And then under the apps, you select, for example, your notepad. Okay? So that's what I'm opening it with. And now I'm looking down here. I'm going to scroll down quite a bit. About 2 pages. Okay? And then you're going to see a line called inventory size multiplier. 10. And then again closes inventory size multiplier. I'm changing that to 100. Okay? And then I'm going to click File, Save. Close Notepad, close my Windows Explorer, and we're going to go back to Load World. And we're going to go ahead and load this game now. Again, guys... Reason being is because I want to make videos and I don't want to have to spend, half of my videos running back and forth to cargo boxes, picking up components so we can build something. So I hope you guys understand. If I would play on a server or by myself without recording, I would just leave it at 10 because it's not a big of a problem. But anyway, so we got a ship. And the first thing we're going to do here is, where's the entrance? Alright, right down here is a door. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and go in here. I'm pressing F to open this. And you can leave them open. There is air in this room right here. It's gonna come blowing out. You guys see that? But I don't care right now. Because we're gonna take the ship apart as quick as possible, okay? All I try to get to is to like this console. Or we can come here. Anywhere where you get that yellow outline. So we can open the interface, alright? When I press F on this console here. You guys see, this is like the pilot chair. I think it's called a control station. Right, if we get closer. Yeah, control station. Now, I'm actually on the outside view, okay? I'm holding down left alt. It puts you in an awkward position because... There we go. So now, this is what the ship looked like, okay? So if it was functional, I could fly it now. Because I'm in the control station, right? But I don't want to be here. I want to get out of it. And I'm going to hover over and press K. And that opens your control, or the terminal itself for the ship. Whoops. We actually have to sit in it and then press K. Alright, so now I have the control panel open. This is all the inventories from all the different things on the ship. Don't worry about it yet. And then here we got the control panel. And the first thing I want to do here is I'm going to go through this here and like air vent off. Okay? I'm going to turn all the things off. Because I think we could also do Control A, but that doesn't do it because some blocks you can toggle on and some you can't. So Control Station I'm going to leave on because I'm sitting on it. Doors, I'm going to turn them off too. I'm just going to disassemble them in a minute. So now we can go down here. Click off. Alright, interior lights. Tons of lights. Scroll down to the end. Shift, left click. I marked them all. Toggle them off. Landing gear, shift to down here, off. In case you're wondering, you can also with control click, select multiple things without having to select everything like with shift. Of course, the thrusters, large thruster and iron thruster, I'm turning those off. Large reactor to large reactor 3. I'm going to turn them off real quick, so I stop using power. Oxygen generator I'm going to turn off. Tank off. Refinery is off. I think the cargo container you can't. Now, here's all the small thrusters. Off. Solar panels. The solar panel. I'm going to leave those on. Because, well, they can give me power now for as long as I'm on the ship. Alright, so now we turned everything off, and that means we're not using any more power. Or not as much as before. Also, it gets a little darker, but that is fine. We're gonna get out of here soon. So, the first thing, like I said, is I'm gonna need to get some materials. Now, I know there is some... Let's take a look outside real quick. Doors sometimes, without gravity, can be a little bit tricky. There we go. You just need to, with Q and E, kind of rotate your way through them. Okay, so down here on this deck, there's something here. What do we have here? The refinery. And you guys see, we have a bunch of things in here. Now, the refinery, I actually want to turn back on. So hover over it, press K, so it jumps. What? Why did it not jump to it? Oh, it did. It just didn't move the list here. And I'm going to turn it on. You guys see a ton of noise happening here now. And it is... Is it doing something? Are you not having enough power, my friend? Refinery. It shows 100% of everything. Toggle block on. Show on HUD. Use conveyor system off. Alright, what's happening? Why aren't you doing something? Am I missing something here? I don't know what's happening here. Take this iron out. That is a little weird right now. Here, let me check here. Let's go back to K. And let's turn on one of the reactors. Large reactor 2. Okay, so apparently we did not have enough power. Sorry about that, guys. But I thought that the 3 solar panels might have been enough. But so now this is going to process all this ore that we have in there. Because, well, we might as well get this going. There's the refinery. And then one up, there's the 2 assemblers right here. You guys see that? This is like your crafting table where you make everything. So when they go to production, those are the machines that actually make us all these components here, okay? These blocks here, guys, we don't need to worry about. You really only need to worry about components for now. Because these are the ones you make to place and then upgrade the blocks that you actually want. So now this one here is broken, right? So I'm going to start taking this one apart first. I'm equipping the grinder right here. And I'm just going close and holding down the left mouse button. And you guys see on the right hand side, it shows us a bunch of items installed, required. Apparently, we're not going to get much here at all. And give it to me. Oh, come on. So, let's see what stuff... Oops, I pressed tab. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I'm going to change this, guys. I can't do that. Under controls, I'm going to go to System 1. Inventory. Right here, I'm going to change that to tab. Remove the HUD. On, off, yes. And I'm going to change that, I guess, to I. Which is probably under System 2. Yeah, right here. So I'm just switch these 2 keys, okay? I don't want to have to reach across the keyboard to open my inventory every time. You guys see here, we got 24 construction components and 130 steel plates. Now, I'm going to be very busy today taking this whole ship apart pretty much, okay? But what are we going to do with that? We need to make sure that... Where's the asteroid? Hello? Huh? There it is. We need to make sure that we set up everything on this rock right here that we have on the ship available right now, okay? The main things that we need are oxygen and power. Those 2 things. And then next is going to be, I'm going to say, storage and an assembler and so on. So let's figure out where do we want to set this up. There's ore right down there. Kind of want to stay away from ore. Where is the sun? It's right here. And it looks like it's going up this way. I think so. So I'm going to think it's going to be this way. So right up here won't be bad. I kind of just want to plan ahead for the solar panels later on. So why don't we just build... Where's the ship now? I don't want to be too far away. That's going to be bananas to Where's the ship? What is... How do I lose a ship? Oh, it's right there. My bad. Okay, so... I think... Do it up here? Where's the sun now? There. It's so hard to tell which way it's moving. So why don't we... I think we're gonna start it up here. Let's start it right there. That's fine. Let's just do it. So, I'm gonna press G. Yeah, G right there to open your toolbar config, right? And then you can look at all the different blocks, all right? The one I'm looking for right now is the first one right here, light armor block. That's on my hotbar. And then the next one is, what we're gonna do here is click on new station. And that's gonna give us this block right here, okay? That snaps kind of awkward, all right? But when we press B, we can now rotate this. With you're gonna have to get used to the 6 buttons: insert, delete, home, end, page up, and page down. And when you look on the top right there, it kind of tells you what to press in order to rotate it, okay? So I'm right now pressing insert, it rotates it. I'm pressing page up, it rotates it the other way. You guys see that? So that is around the, I guess, horizontal axis. And this is pretty close. Let's go like this. And then with home and end, we rotate them like this. And I think right there, that's good. So I'm placed the first one. And that is the first main block. And we get close to it and it tells you, you need just 25 steel plates to get it all fixed. So you equip the welder, left mouse button, and now we welded it in place, and there it is. And I want to get up a little higher, so when I go out to the left and to the right, I don't run into other rocks. Even though I could, you know, grind them down with the drill and stuff. Alright, let's put the second one here. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and make a little bit of a platform here. So let's say... Because we're in space, you know, there is none of the structural integrity stuff and whatever. And the coolest thing, guys, is... later on, we can turn this into a ship. With the control station, I just earlier saw there's a button that says... transform to ship or something like that. And then it makes a ship out of it. So we could then have thrusters on it and fly it somewhere else. I don't know, you know, if we're gonna do that or not, but we'll see. Well, eventually, of course, we're gonna have ships, many ships. But I don't know if I'm gonna transform the station into a ship, or we might just build a new ship. You know what I mean? And then leave that on this rock here. So I think for right now, this is good enough. And I'm gonna go ahead and just weld all this up. But in case... You guys see here, I only have 29 steel plates left. So what I can do to get more steel plates is come back over here. To this right there. And some of these are going to give me scrap metal. I'm using the grinder and I'm just holding down left mouse button to grind all this down. Okay. And after this episode, guys, I'm going to... Kind of hard to check right now. But I'm going to make sure that if this is too loud compared to my voice and so on... to turn this down, because we're gonna hear a lot of grinding and welding and so on in this series, and I don't want it to become annoying for you guys, or hard to hear my voice, I should say. So now, let's see. Alright, so now I got a back 106, and I don't see any scrap metal. Sometimes you get scrap metal when you take apart broken things, damaged things, and those you put in the refinery, and then... What's happening? Okay, I was too far away. This is one pet peeve I have a little bit in this game, in survival. And I'm gonna have to check if there's a way that I can do that, because I know in creative mode you can be much further away. But, like, you know, it'd be nice to be able to grind it from, like, here. But, okay, I guess it's not too bad here. But some of them, you see this right here? I still don't have... Now I have the hitbox. I have the thing in my face. It'd be kind of nice to not sometimes have to have things... Oh, maybe this was just the wrong block? Anyways, I'd like to be able to be a little bit further away. Especially when it comes to placing blocks later, guys. Sometimes, you know, you have a very large block like the refinery. And you can't see it. You don't know where the writing is and so on. At least I haven't found a way of doing it yet. I'm still a big noob in this game, guys, so bear with me. Alright, so let me go back here and weld this all up real quick. And I'm just gonna fast forward through this because, well, it's just me holding down the left mouse button. And in case I need more steel, I'm just gonna go back and get more steel. So, I needed more steel here. I'm still not done welding up the whole thing yet. And then I got a warning on the screen said, warning, energy is low. So, we gotta have to fill up our energy now. And the way you do that is, well, the easiest way I found here in the beginning, is you come in here and you sit down in the control station. Just like that. Now you see on the bottom left the energy going up by like 8% every tick. And then when that is at 100%, we're going to get out of the chair. And I'm going to show you how to also make sure that you don't run out of oxygen yet. We don't really have a way of recharging our oxygen here on demand. Because there is no medical station. And if there was, it probably wouldn't be connected. But you guys see here next to the control station, there is this device right here. Oxygen generator. And there's also an oxygen tank. And it's red because it's probably not connected, or I turn it on. Ooh, meteor storm inbound. Now that is a little bit dangerous, because meteors are gonna hit around me somewhere. We're gonna hear some explosions. It could be that it just hits the asteroid, so nothing gets destroyed. But it could also happen that it either hits the ship or my new platform. Alright, but check it out. Open the oxygen generator. They need ice to make oxygen. And then, but we're given here 5 of... Ooh, that sounded like it was close by. Ooh, I gotta check in a second. But I'm just gonna take out, shift, left click one of these oxygen bottles. So I have it with me, okay? And now when my oxygen, I believe it is below 30 or below 20%. We're gonna have to check. It's gonna tell us. And then it's gonna tell us oxygen refilled from bottle. Automatically, okay? So just have that on you. Alright, I still hear this guy going. Let's see if I can see. I don't see any debris. Solar panels are still here. Alright, so it might have been on the asteroid itself. Like I said, doesn't necessarily need to hit you. And you guys, by the way, see this here? The SPAT mining carriage. That's from the Space Pirates. So, there is going to be battles later on and station defenses and so on, but in the beginning they leave you alone for, well, I haven't had them attack me yet after playing for a couple hours, so maybe they haven't found me yet. I'm not talking about here a couple hours, but before, when I learned it on my own, the game. So, oh, World YouTube LP saved. And like I said, I'm gonna continue what I've been doing before, now that I have full energy again, and oxygen filled. You guys see that? It's now at 98.4. And in here, it used 43%. So it's going to fill one more time. And if I turn the oxygen generator back on, you guys remember I disabled it via the K menu, the control panel, and I put the empty bottle in there, it will refill it again. Alright, here's my station right there. And did anything get hit here? No. See, I only made it about halfway, and hopefully I have enough steel plates now to do it. And I wanted to mention one more thing. You guys see that red line right there on the right-hand side? And now, you guys see it formed the block because I reached that line. But you can, I guess, keep going all the way up. How I understand it works is when something gets hit and the durability of this block falls below that red line, it is not a functional block anymore. Let's just test this here. You guys see that? It's going down. And one more. See, now it's not a full block anymore, a functional block. And I think if this was a thruster or a machine or something, it would then become non-functional. That's how I understand it. So I could stop right here, but, you know, I always give it the extra 5 plates here just to make sure that if it ever gets hit, it doesn't lose its integrity or whatever this is called here, right? So let me continue finishing this platform here. I'm probably gonna make it a little bigger even, just so we got some room to place all the stuff we need to make. So we got a little 7x7 platform here. That should be plenty of room for today and probably next episode also, but Now, first thing I'd like to build is a cargo container. So you can come over here and a small cargo container right there. Let's drag that to the bar, and I want it to be positioned over here. Let's put it center, right there. You need interior plate to build the small cargo container. And you guys see here on the right hand side, there's a bunch of stuff that we're gonna need to get to make that. So why don't we look for the small cargo container on the ship? I think it was somewhere on the outside. I think it's this one here. Yes, right there. So let's go ahead and, well, let's check first if there's any. Ooh, check it out. There is some bulletproof glass and some computer parts in it. And what I'm gonna do here also is, this is a connector that's gonna give us back a lot of good stuff also. Let's go ahead and grind that down. I can't wait to get upgraded tools. A couple more episodes and we're gonna get to that. It's gonna make our lives a lot easier. And let's take apart this collector here. That's also really good. Good parts. And then this conveyor block. And then we're probably gonna get really close. So reason being, even though I have a very large personal inventory now, guys, I'm still gonna run out of inventory space quite often when I take this shit apart. Especially when you get into taking apart the reactors. You get full real fast. Okay? And that's why I want to connect this cargo container over this way, because then later on I can run the tubing over to here somehow and have another cargo container there, so I can just dump stuff in it and then it will automatically get transported here later on. So let's go ahead and fix this one up though first. And the next thing I want to build is, what are we gonna build next? I think well, we need, let's see here. Get rid of this, and I don't need this one either. Let's check here. Oxygen. We need an oxygen generator. We are going to need an assembler. And I also need to make a refinery. I think once I have all those here... Oh, of course, one more. A reactor. Reactor. Right there. We're gonna go with a small reactor. Why don't we try this one first? The small reactor. And we're gonna place that... There's one input. And there's another input. Alright, so let me turn this so... Up. Okay. I'm still... There we go. That's how I want it. Yeah, why not? Let's just put it right there. Let's fill this one up. Because we do have a little bit of fuel down in the... there we go. Now you guys see I'm gonna need metal grid, large steel tube, and 100 reactor components. You guys see how those are grayed out? I don't have those on me. And I know that stuff is really heavy, so I'm actually gonna leave all this here besides the oxygen. Also gonna leave the iron here. And we're gonna go ahead and take apart one of the... Does it have 2 or 3 reactors? I forgot now. I know 2 for sure, but I thought there was a... No, there are 3. There are 3 reactors. Why don't we go take this one? Alright, open. Because I think I turned it off, so we're gonna take it apart. We don't need it anyway. Oh man, this is taking forever, this door. You're seeing it's still functional. All the way down to, what is that gonna be? 40%. 36%, and it finally broke. So that's how long you can beat this door up until it doesn't help you against intruders anymore. And believe me guys when I tell you that once we get a little bit situated here, we're gonna upgrade our tools, and this is gonna be so much faster building and taking things apart. Check it out. Yeah, this is the little one that has very little fuel in it. The other two both have like 15, I think. Yeah, you see that. 15 and 15. So we got tons of fuel in those. But this one is empty now, so we're gonna take this apart. Now check right here. I'm at 647 kilo, 373 liters. Okay, that's the volume. And check out when we start taking this guy apart. On the bottom left, you see the volume go up. We're already at 12, 13, 14, 15. Now imagine I only had 4,000 volume. How many times I would have to go back and forth to make this episode just to take the thing apart. That is why I upped it so much, guys. Alright, but we got all the components. Now, there's so much stuff to gut in here that this entire thing is going away, like I said, but let's go down here and out the door, and then it was this way. Yes, okay. Starting to remember which I was. Okay, so let's finish this reactor here. Yeah, we have everything now. I think these reactor components are really good because if we don't have any silver, I think they have silver. Alright, so let's put that little bit of fuel we have into the small reactor and drop the... No, we're not going to drop the rest off yet. Let me take all this stuff with me. But I'm leaving this. Let's see here. 24,700. Look at that. 15,000 it went down these right there. And I don't need these either. So I'm going to leave them in the cargo now. So we got... Whoops. We got this. Now we're going to need the assembler. And I kind of want to keep it a little bit spaced out. So cargo and stuff over here. I don't know yet how we're going to do this, guys. But we can always move stuff around later. So this is the oxygen generator. Now that guy has the... on the bottom. And it has the... You guys see these little... I'm going to call them trapdoors, okay? Those are pretty important because those we need to hook up later to our conveyor system and so on. At least that's how I believe it works. Oh, man. There we go. Did I get it? Yeah, I did. Let's place it right there. Bam. Let's go ahead and see if we got everything to weld this one up also. Do you guys see? It's not that hard with this start here to make yourself a little platform with all the things you need. And then I'm going to say you can really start playing this game, okay? One more important thing that I haven't mentioned yet. On bases and ships, everything that is connected shares power. Okay? But only power. None of these share inventories. Meaning, if I go into the nuclear reactor here, I cannot pull items out of the small cargo container. You guys see how this is like, it has these little lines through it. I can't get to it. Well, actually, I don't know if that means anything, but I cannot take them out because there's no conveyor system set up to this one. And vice versa here, I cannot take anything out of the reactor or put anything into the reactor. So only power is shared. Everything else, oxygen, hydrogen, items, and possibly anything else that I don't know about yet, needs to be moved around in the conveyors. So that's how that works. So what is the other thing that I put on the bar right there? What is this here? The refinery and the assembler. Okay, let's put the... Why don't we put the refinery right there if it's... thing is so big. No, I don't like it there. Let's put the refinery all the way here. Right there. Done. And this one has a gazillion little hookups. And I have everything on me for that also. That is awesome. So taking apart that one large reactor pretty much gave us everything we needed so far to make these. That shows you how expensive they are. And I have 2 more on there. And I really want to finish just this and then one more thing. Alright. I'll go right away to recharge again. Don't worry. And then beginning of next episode, I'm going to just take things apart between episodes. I don't want to do anything building-wise and so on because I think that's the problem. The biggest problem I had in the beginning with this game is I didn't know what to do. Okay. So you guys see there's an input right there. And... many right there. You guys see that? So I'm glad I actually placed it the right way. Whew. Okay, and then the assembler, the last thing here that we'll need. gonna put right there in the middle. Now this one, assembler. Can't see. Yes, let's put it like that. I don't know what the little holes mean down there. No, actually we're gonna set this up like this, like that. It's sticking out right now, but hopefully it will make sense later on. I think that you can also connect these like right there. If I do this, you know what, guys, we're gonna do that. Because now, if I am not mistaken, and we can test this out in 1 second. Let me get out of... Actually, I have never played like this. Ooh, this is very bright this way, isn't it? Almost there. Sorry, I had to look on the other screen how much time I had because we're already past 30 minutes. And I don't want to have this first episode be too long. But I think now that it's touching it, I think that... Okay, because these components, obviously, the components that we are making in this assembler, they need just the raw materials, the ingots. You know, iron, silicon, cobalt, and all that stuff. And I think that if it's touching it, it can access what's in the refinery. And we can test this out right now. If that works. And this is when we take this iron here and put it into the refinery. This is input and this is finished products. So now if I come into the assembler production, steel plate, it needs iron, so it does not have. That's a bummer. Use conveyor system on and the refinery on. Okay, that's a bummer. I thought that's gonna be, but all I gotta do later on is hook it up in the back here. I can do that, or on the top. So it's no problem, and I'm gonna probably make the platform a little bit bigger. So, we got oxygen, we got assembler, and we got the refinery. Now, oxygen, I'm gonna need to grab the ice and put it in there. Let me see here. I got the power right there. All right, guys. Let me just show you here real quick what I'm going to do now until the next episode, and that is I'm gonna get. All right, let's take all this out. Okay, so I can take this guy apart here in a second. Control panel, toggle block off. Okay, so now this one is turned off, and I can take. See how I can take this stuff out because it is connected via conveyors. And can I take you out and you? Cool. So I got everything out of the inventories here, and now I can come over. Whoop. Oh, one more. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, I don't want to die. Let's see. Are you gonna still charge me? Do we have a battery? Yes. You see the energy going up even though I took the fuel out already. So there is probably a battery somewhere, maybe. Or maybe the generator just has large reactor. Current output is 0. So maybe it had some stored, or I don't know. Maybe the actual seat here has something stored. But that is the other thing I wanted to show you here, and that is the last thing we're gonna do. Let me out. And I think it is... Where is it? There it is. Okay. So now, first thing, of course, I'm gonna do is put all this fuel into here. There's no reason for me to hold on to it. And this is gonna last us a long time, guys. And the next thing we're gonna do here is put the ice in here. And these oxygen bottles. See? This one filled up again. So that is cool. And let's put also this stuff away. And it's starting because I have the reactor going over here. So we are processing all this cobalt. So we have iron, cobalt, silicon, and some nickel. Which is really cool. That is awesome. Now, last thing is that we're gonna do is we need to get a... Not a flight seat. I want to get a control station. Actually, you know what? No. Let's see if I can make a medical room. Let's do this. Alright, medical room. Yes, right there. Where do we want to put this? Let's put it on this side of the oxygen, and then I can put the tanks in between. Oh my god, I can never remember. I really have to get better with this rotating. Why can I not rotate you to face the right so I can actually see it? What is the matter with you? Goodness, no, this is upside down. That's not how we want it. Okay, why can I not place you? Do you need to have another block over here? Put that there real quick to see if maybe it needs to have, you know, a full floor. It can't hang off the edge like that. Yes, that's it. Okay. So, perfect. That's where we're gonna put it. Hopefully I have everything. No, I need interior plates, medical components, displays, metal grid. Do I have any other stuff in here? No, I don't. Alright, so we're gonna have to... And I really did not want to automate anything here yet today. So let me just take all this out and put it in here. Like that. And now, what did I say I need? Sorry, guys. I need a screenshot. I got a key binding so I can have it on my other screen. Sorry about the noise. I gotta turn that off. Okay, so I need interior plates. So we can see here how you make that. Interior plates are these right there. Alright, when you left click once, you Q1 and it makes you 1. If you shift left click, it makes you 100. If you control left click, it makes you 10. Okay? So right now I only need 20, I said. Alright, medical components. That's the problem right there. I'm gonna need silver. Alright, no problem, because we can go disassemble. Oh, man. Sorry, that's getting longer. Let me just take 100 of these and see if that's gonna be enough. I'm pretty sure that I was able to... inventory? There it is. Silver ingots. Awesome. I knew that these, right here, the rector components had silver. Okay, so production. Assembling. Are you gonna... I already have the... I need to get this out. Let's get this out real quick. Sorry guys, production. I said I needed medical components right there, and I need 15. So 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm gonna need a little more silver. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, inventory. Disassembling. Are we gonna have enough? There we go. Now we have it. So we got 15 of this, and I need 10 displays. Displays, right there. And of these. And I need 24 more metal grids. 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. And wow. Holy shnikes. I need another 190 interior plates. There's 100. And let's just make 200. Alright, let me wait this out real quick. Well, you guys probably saw me mess it up. I made 200 displays, so I just made the missing interior plates for here. And do we have everything now? Yes, we're making our medical room. And that's the last thing. For right now, all we're gonna get from the medical room is power, energy. Because we do not have it hooked up to oxygen or hydrogen yet, right? Hydrogen goes down really slow in the beginning. And I'll show you guys how to refill that next time. But for now, Once this is done, we are fully independent of the ship now, okay? I could have made the control center and sit in it to make power, but I don't really need it, okay? Because you can come over here to the medical room and hold down F, look on the bottom left, the energy. You see, it fills it up. And later on, it's going to be so you also get oxygen and hydrogen from this whenever I do this. Okay, guys. That is it for this episode. I hope you guys are excited about the series. Obviously, this is all makeshift here. You know, we just got to get off the ship so I can take it completely apart. I want to take the whole thing apart, which I'm probably going to do a little bit here now between episodes. But like I mentioned earlier, I don't want to have to make too many trips up here. So I do want to set up a cool little conveyor system to come over here. But that is for next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, stay safe, and bye-bye.